Sunday afternoon, national winger Faisal Halim, also known as Mickey, was attacked with acid at a go-kart circuit in Klang Valley.
Known as a skillful player by the Malaysian football fans, Faisal Halim rose to stardom from a very young age. He began to shine through a football program called Soccer Kids in its third season. Faisal was amongst the best players that were chosen to visit the United Kingdom in a special trip to gain knowledge from the academy there. Later on, he was also shortlisted with 5 other boys to pay a visit to Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United Football Club. They were given the chance to train alongside the players from the Manchester United Soccer School for a short stint. This was through another football reality program called Mencari Rumli that was held in Malaysia. Being at the peak of his career, Faisal was now playing for Selangor Football Club as well as the Malaysian national team. He has been gaining fame through each and every game he played. Faisal thought that he was leading a normal life when one day he was attacked by 2 men. On the 5th of May 2024, one of the men who has been following each and every step of Faisal on that day had been waiting for him right outside a shopping mall where Faisal was. Just as Faisal approached his car with his wife, one of them walked towards him and began to spray a liquid, later on identified as acid, onto his body. Feeling the slight burns, Faisal began shouting for help and he ran towards the mall. The 2 men then sped off on a motorcycle that was captured on the closed-circuit television. His wife too was shocked and did not know how to respond. She went to his aid, and a few other members of the public that realized what had happened began to call the police and medical officers. Faisal, or better known as Mickey, had just finished go-karting inside the mall before being attacked. The motive of the attack has yet to be known by either Faisal nor the Malaysian public. He was rushed to the nearest hospital around Damansara where he received initial treatment. Later on, he was transferred to another hospital in Shah Alam in Selangor. Based on the CCTV footages that the Malaysian police had gone through, they managed to identify the motorcycle registration number and had initiated a manhunt for the suspect. A man in his 20s was detained in Pandan Jaya a few days later to further assist investigations. He was said to be the owner of the Yamaha bike that was used to flee the scene on that day. According to doctors, Faisal had to undergo a few surgeries. It was confirmed that he received 4th-degree burns from the acid attack. 4th-degree burns are known to be the highest degree of burn, which involves layers of the skin, muscles, tendons, and also the bones. The assailant tried to spray acid on Faisal's face, but he managed to avoid the first attempt by looking away. The acid then was sprayed on his neck and body where he was severely burnt. One side of his face was also burnt slightly. His wife that was walking past his car also was slightly hit by the acid. She was not injured, but the acid had made a hole on her clothes. According to witnesses, the suspect who sprayed the acid from a bottle ran back towards the car to collect the bottle that fell on the ground. He then fled the scene with another accomplice that was already waiting on a motorcycle. Based on further investigations, the police found that the registration number that was used by the assailants were fake, and they released the first suspect, which was the rightful owner of the registration number used by them. A second suspect was arrested in Bandar Baru Bangui. He had approximately 6 previous criminal records and was presented to court for further custody. On the 19th of May 2024, the Malaysian police began to release a sketch of the suspected assailant. The CCTV footages did not manage to capture the assailant's face fully. The suspect was believed to be in his 30s and was said to be 165 centimeters in height. He was wearing a headgear as well as a face mask, which made it difficult for Faisal and others who were there to identify him. 3 out of the 8 fingerprints that were found at the scene did not match any Malaysian citizens' records in the National Registration Department's database. Up till the 23rd of May 2024, there has not been any new leads on this case, and there are no new suspects that has been charged. The police are still baffled by what could have been the reason behind the attack. Faisal has just been released from the hospital and is now recovering at home. The Malaysian football fans still have high hopes that Faisal will one day recover and continue to create magic on the field.